I'm back in my house, back in my room, and it is time for the Winter 2021 Anime First Impression season. Welcome back to my channel, guys. We're finally back home. We are getting stuff back situated like we should as we come back from vacation. The Winter 21 season is here, and I am ready to review and give my first impressions for you guys. It's gonna be the very first one out for you guys. This is gonna be found on Funimation. For now, it is only subbed, only one episode out as of this morning. It's called supposed kid from the last dungeon, Boonies, moved to a starter town. Sorry, I need to read the whole title because it's so long. But it's a great story. I actually bought the light novel to this one. Have not actually read it, but the first episode was actually pretty good. Now, before I continue, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. The giveaway announcement of the winners will be today, this night. So make sure you guys are ready for that. I will try to release a video or a little, what's it called? Um, Update before it comes out. That way you guys know when I'm going to be live. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share. Do all that fun stuff in this video because I will be releasing quite a bit of first impressions in the next few weeks, so you guys know what to watch and what's good and what's bad according to, of course, my opinion. So, supposed kid from the last dungeon, Bunnies, moved to a starter town. Is it when I saw it, I could have sworn it was an easy kai, but it's not. It's game based, but at the same time, it's not a game. It's not an easy kai. It's not a different world. It is in a sense a different world from this world, and they're very much based on living through dungeons and stuff like that. But it's not like someone died and was reincarnated in this world. We followed this kid, and essentially, at the beginning of the anime, he is trying to hunt, I believe, a rabbit, and he's unable to capture it. But his big brother shows up and kills the rabbit with no issue. So, throughout I want to say the first third of the anime, the anime is very intentional at hinting that this boy is weak. This boy is not strong, right? He can't hunt, he can't do certain things, and stuff like that. So he is sent to a starter town, or to a town where he is going to be in, I guess, he's training, or he's trying out to be part of the guild, I believe is what it is. And he's sent by this kind of powerful wizard girl, and he ends up in this other wizard girl who is basically her underling, and she's kind of forced to watch over him until he goes through his training and goes through, maybe, hopefully, making it in the actual oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess competition. So there's three exams that he has to pass. One of them is a physical one where he has to show his strength. Another one is knowledge, how many spells he can remember, and is memorized. And then the last one, I think it's just a straight up interview. So he has to pass all three of them for him to actually be qualified and be part of this group that he wants to be in. Then we kind of get this reveal that he is not actually weak at all. He's actually very strong, and that's kind of the whole comical. Like, wait, what? Like, this guy, we would thought he was a wimp, right? So he goes to this place and he tells the witch, like, yeah, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm pretty much the weakest person from my group. I'm really useless. And she's like, well, we'll see what we can do with you here if you're useless. And then I think he says, well, it took me 7 days to get all the way over here. And I mean, I know it's a long time, but I'm hoping my stamina gets better from the training. And she's like, well, 7 days, you must have gotten good trains then. 7 days is pretty good. And he's like, no, I didn't ride the train. I came running. And she's like, what? Running? Your stamina must be really good. And he's like, well, my grandpa said that it takes him only 2 days, right? So there's an initial question that I had, and I don't know if this is going to be true, is he actually rejected by people in his town because he's actually that strong and he would maybe outshine everyone else at their jobs? Or is he actually the weakest of his town and his town just seems to be a town of superstars, right? And he just happens to be the weakest one. But in comparison to everyone else, he is pretty strong. And she's like, well, didn't you encounter monsters? He's like, no, a lot of animals, like huge insects and lizards that breathe fire. And she's like, those are monsters. So he definitely is stronger. And in a nutshell, he meets a girl or two girls, one who is entangled to a curse and he's able to free her. Another one, she is trying to be part of the group to be forgiven from, I guess, past crimes that she has. And then a guy who is very much entitled and he thinks that he deserves to have the position, without any consideration of strength and all that. He just should be an official, right? So we get all these characters introduced in the first episode, which very much tells us that they're going to be part of the whole gang that we'll be seeing, and they're also on the front cover, so we know that they're going to be part of the anime. At the end of the episode, he is not accepted. Or at least his name is not on the list of the people accepted. And that's really how the episode ends. Obviously, stuff happens throughout here and there. We get more information of each character as well. But I don't want to waste too much time on that. My thoughts on this anime is that it's good. They did put some emphasis in each of the side characters. Even though they were just being introduced this episode, we know enough of what type of character each person is going to be throughout maybe most of the anime by just the first episode, and that's rare. So that tells me that they're also focusing at giving us real characters with characteristics that they're going to have uniquely to themselves, as well as it's not going to be just the typical character that we see all the time. Now, it could be just comedy the entire time, but I am hopefully awaiting some action and stuff like that on this series as well. The kid himself, he's just a nut, right? He thinks he's weak, but he's not, and he'll find out that maybe he wasn't accepted because they have something else prepared for him, and we'll see what happens in the second episode. This is one that I'll probably watch. I'm kind of lenient in this is one of those animes that I feel like I would enjoy if I just wait for the dub version to come out and watch it in a bench, and not really react to it, because although it's comedy and it moves pretty in a pretty good pace, it's still one that it's not gonna be having me wait for the next episode. Like, it didn't give me a cliffhanger at the end of the episode enough for me to be like, okay, what's gonna happen in episode 2 or what's gonna happen in episode 3, right? So it's not a suspenseful enough anime for me to actually await every single episode and watch it sub, because I want to be ahead of the crowd. So I might actually wait to see if this one is dubbed, and if it is, I might actually watch it dubbed. So anyways, guys, that is it. Out of 10, I'm gonna put this one at a 6.5 out of 10. I think it should be in the higher middle tier. I don't know if this is gonna be the anime. I do know that it's not going to be the anime of the season. I know that for sure, because there's quite a bit of season 2s coming out, as well as other stuff, so newer stuff. So We'll just have to see. For today, I'll have the live video, but I'm hoping to have another first impression video later on today for you guys on a different anime that released here on Funimation as well. So keep up with those. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share. And guys, thank you so much for your love and support. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.